Hello, Taurus. So welcome back and welcome to my tarot deck, especially if you're new. I hope you're doing well. Thank you all so much for supporting me and the channel all the ways that you do. So just to get that out there, I do variety style readings. So if you're new here and you like tarot, subscribe to the channel. You can like the video to help support the channel. Also hit the notification bell and for future uploads, okay? Everybody is welcome here. Open and safe space. Feel free to let me know how you're doing or what's going on with you. And if you ever feel like there's a specific type of reading you think this channel would be cool to have, you're welcome. This is your space to do so. So I hope you feel like you're at home when you're here. And so for this reading, you guys, we're going to check in on you and the person that has ghosted you or is low-key ghosting you, or you're sensing like you're about to be ghosted by. All right, and so I always start with a message for you from the universe for you to focus on or pay attention to or think on. And then I get into like oracles, and then I do the tarot part for the specific what to expect from this energy and from the ghosting situation. All right. So denial's here. So I feel like some of you, you could have been in denial about something due to fear or anxiety or worry or concern, or just due to just the ego kind of, playing its role in your life. But I feel like a lot of you here are focusing on resetting your fears and aligning them with your higher self, and replacing them with the insight of awareness. So that also means that when you feel like you're in denial about something, or you see that somebody else is in denial about something, but they're also calling you out, for example, about the same thing. For example, well, you're now in a place where you're able to kind of check in with yourself and determine if you're being in denial or not. So, or that opportunity is opening up for you. That insight, that awakening, that awareness is starting to kind of come through. Others of you, in the general sense of your life, not relationships, you could be around somebody that's in big denial about something right now, and I feel like more than anything it's super important that you stay grounded and focused, because this energy could kind of pull you in a whirlwind or into a bucket of problems that is not really meant for you at all. Okay. All right, so these are very general readings. I try to speak to the entire collective, but not every specific message will be for you. So just for your own well-being, just take the things that align and let go of the rest. Maybe they're not meant for you. Maybe they're meant for another Taurus here. So just kind of keep that in mind. So I'll check in with you and this person now and see what's to expect moving forward during this situation of ghosting. All right. Okay. I do want to pull one more. I just want to make sure we have room for everything. Oh, wow. This showed up for Leo in the same... Is it Leo? Sagittarius in that same spot. Okay. So, overall here, I feel like there's an energy that's being resistant to paying attention to what's going on. This encounter feels like it was meant to be, not just for you, but for them. But, there's really some like literal drama going on in their lives. There's some obstacles in their way right now. This is somebody that could easily be ghosting because they can't decide if they want to have something new, or if their desire right now is to start having something new and start a new beginning. For you personally, though, I feel like you're in a place here where you're done like trying to read between the lines. Like, you're not trying to guess, you're not trying to figure something out. You just want to be able to like grow and heal, whether together or just maybe on your own journey here, separate and go move on. But there's some wounds here, and I feel like you want things to improve, in any one direction or the other. But there's both of you here are kind of not completely done with each other. At least somebody here is, keep an eye on the other person, or maybe has like a backup account or a second account or something like that, and they just kind of check on like social media, interactions. But I feel like equally, you both could have had messages between each other on social media, or through texting. Excuse me. And there's a lot of memories here. So there's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of scrolling. There's a lot of kind of trying to see where something may have gone wrong. Maybe somebody just wants some answers towards something. Okay, so let's see here what's going on. with the both of you during this ghosting situation. All right, silent treatment. Okay, somebody, I feel like somebody has something to say, but somebody's kind of like every time like they feel like they want to speak, they're like the other person's refusing to hear it. So maybe somebody's holding a grudge here. Maybe somebody's like not wanting to kind of open up the door again just yet. Maybe somebody's kind of dealing with something. Okay, but there's a lot of quietness taking place. There's distractions. So again, I feel like the drama here is there's something, it feels like there's somebody here that is kind of not in it 100%, or they can't be for whatever reason. Okay, so something feels very like short-lived for whatever reason, and it just feels like there's somebody that's acting like a kid. Like it just feels like somebody's just not really able to be mature about the situation right now. So even if you're feeling like, hey, you know, well, I'm feeling ghosted and I just want to know, and clarity, whatever is going on, something is just, that's my cat in the background, y'all, if you can hear. Something is something is going on where just somebody's not necessarily wanting to kind of, they're being more silent treatment. Okay, something's just weird about that. All right, get away and retreat. What's going on, buddy? So you know, it's time to heal. Okay, it's time to get away. It's time to take a step back. Okay, it's time to kind of put the self up front here. You know, I feel like for a lot of you, you know, if there's going to be a new beginning of any sort, there's going to need to be some type of internal kind of, you know, just not healing, but like mending things with the self, come in acceptance with some things again, you know, like not be in denial. But I feel like, you know, for you specifically, Taurus, you know, it's been like a hard road for some reason. So it's just been like a lot of pulling, tugging and pulling. Some type of stubbornness is like holding something back. And yeah, stalker in the shadows, you guys, and then social media. How appropriate is this? So this ghosting feels like it's kind of like a way to dodge something, maybe dodge a confrontation, or maybe dodge a reality that somebody does not want to, like, kind of, they don't care to cope with. But I don't know. I feel like there's somebody here that really, your person, this energy that's in the ghosting is just still just in the shadows. They're not gone. All right. So they're just not gone. Someone here, I feel like somebody has your best interest in mind, though. Somebody, you know, I feel like, you know, both of you have friends that you can trust. So there's like kind of some type of somebody's keeping tabs on the other constantly. But I feel like, you know, for some of you, if your friend, for example, has been, or somebody in your trust circle, or somebody you care about, that cares about you, is kind of giving you some kind of guidance, I feel like it's important to kind of hear that, because you could kind of be literally putting your energy and focus on the wrong reasons, or for this person unnecessarily. So if there's kind of scoop and it's coming from a trusted source, I feel like maybe tune into that, or maybe somebody can come forward with some scoop. But there's a snake in the garden as well, so I feel like somebody here could be poisoning the well. You know, again, you're gonna have to like vet your friends. You know, if it's somebody, it's like question the intentions. You know, trust yourself though. I feel like somebody here though on the other side with them, with their, because see, there's like, you know, I feel like on their other side there could be somebody here that's actually listening to bad advice. So there could also be that to kind of be very wary of, mainly because I feel like, yeah, see, so somebody here just, I feel like the person I'm talking about here, specifically with Puppet Master, is just, they just prefer to have life easy, so they kind of go whichever way is the easiest path, and they still get what they want out of it. Like, not a freeloader that comes home and sits down and opens your fridge, but like on the life scale, they take the easy path. Not the path less traveled. They just don't want to kind of like deal with struggle. So if somebody's like, hey bro, or hey, you know, girl, like, you know, I bet you this and I bet you this, unless you, so if that just sounds like, they kind of go with that, like there's no seriousness with this person. It just feels like, they're kind of distracted for some reason. Okay, so I'll pull 3 cards for you to the left of me and 3 cards for them. We'll see what else wants to show up, and then I'll jump into some tarot. People's personalities out there, it's kind of crazy, like it's wild. Social circle, you know, again, I feel like for some of you, you're, you know, there could be like a new love, a new connection here, and you're trying to have a new beginning, trying to move on. It's just not working. but you know, you could be networking and come across new people here, and somebody could like strike an interest with you. I feel like for whatever reason, you are around people that also know your other person. So when you do things, they take pictures, your friend, they upload, like this person gets to see that. And you know, if they're gonna see you with somebody new or somebody like just something that stands out that's not normal, I feel like it's gonna spark their attention back, because it's going to be like, okay, so for real now? No, I didn't expect this person to move on. You know, they didn't expect you to kind of move on. You're a rule breaker a little bit here, Taurus. You don't mind getting out there and doing stuff. You're not, you know, you could be in denial about some things, or some things you need to kind of like wake up to, but you're not like sitting at home crying under a blanket, which there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But you're not here to, you're not going to conform. Oh, it's such a Taurus thing, the Hierophant, you know. Yeah. You're conforming to yourself. You conform to your standards. You're not conforming to anybody else's expectations and rules. So I feel like you come across as a strong rebel here. I like it. And soul family, okay? So, you know, some of you, not just because could be in a soul contract with this person, but you know, you're attracting your tribe as well. Everywhere I've kind of thought about you in this reading, Taurus, it just feels like there's people behind. We have friends to trust, we have a social circle, we have a soul family. So I don't feel like you feel like you're alone in any of this, but you are definitely, you know, supported. You're circled by good people. Okay, so maybe somebody's by maybe stupid as hell, but they're still, you love them to death because they're your friend. So it's not like they're gonna have the perfect answers, but you're gonna have the right comforts. Okay, so I feel like somebody here, you know, in terms of like when it comes to denial, maybe I feel like the denial here is how you feel. Okay, like you fear they may like really move on. You may fear that they may have like fear, like a not like, oh my god, I'm scared, fear, like more your fears, like your worries, you know. Let's see what's going on with them. We have Queen Bee. We have a perfect match. And a loyal companion. Interesting. So here's what I think. Because there's some ghosting taking place, rolling the dice, I feel like you're both willing to take risks with one another here. All right. It's going to be just a matter of timing and who's going to initiate what and when. But I feel like maybe this is something where you engage, you interact, you hooked up with this person, met them, whatever, and things took off really quick and became really, there was a huge spark. Okay, great chemistry, like the matches here. That could have also be a reason why they ditched and dodged right away, because I feel like for somebody here, this person, you know, they're kind of, you know, you stood out for them, okay, and then they stood out for you from like the rest, from the crowd. So there's a connection, there's an attraction. But this is somebody that rules over their heart. Like, you know, they want to be in control of how they want to feel, and how to like love somebody. And so for a lot of you, this is something that could have put the person, because like I said, it shows like it's a fated meeting, okay? But some people sometimes are just not prepared for the actual intensity of things. So I'll check into tarot and see if there's extra information that we are not being tuned to. But you know, this person is, when they're with the right person, or the person they want to be with, they can be loyal and devoted. All right. And I feel like they care, and they feel like, you know, sometimes people leave because they're scared, because they feel like they have to do all these things and they're not ready, not because they don't want to, but they're in a place where it's kind of like the newness of something is just too much. So I'm feeling like you guys did definitely have a powerful chemistry, powerful passion streak. But you know, something here set them apart, something here set you apart, but set them off and had them, you know, start like backtracking. Some people, they just, you know, as much as a connection could be fire, there could be actual real life things that they just don't ever share. Okay, or they could, you know, they could just be manipulators and gaslighters and pretend like there is. So anyways, so let's see here what is going on with this energy. Oh, my cat's got all this energy right now. You okay, birdie? Big boy. You okay? Okay. No more scratching. Alright, I'll go ahead and pull all the cards out first. Man, this card just really is insisting on showing up. The moon, it's so many readings already. The moon's here, the 8 of Wands in reverse. The 8 of Swords. 10 of Cups in reverse. The Magician is here. a Star card, the Two of Swords, or the Two of, Two of Wands, and the Death card, Scorpio. Okay, I am not the greatest with Roman numerals, all right? So I always have to like 100% clarify my numbers before I start saying them. All right, so, you know, overall, there was an ending, obviously, with the Death card. In the reverse, there's a fear of being alone. Okay, so not the fear of being alone, like, oh my gosh, will I ever have somebody love me? No. Being alone and away from this person. So they may deeply not be truthful about how they're feeling, and they could really just don't like being alone, but they're taking time out for whatever the reasons. We'll check in deeper. But I feel like it could also be you. You don't want to be alone from this person. You are still drawn to them. There's a repetitive pattern though that's being repeated with like when it comes to relationships. You know, resistance to change, resistance to pay attention, resistance to tune into what you're supposed to be focused on. All right, but for some of you, there's a sense here, again, there's feel like hope is being lost, or that the relationship has run its course. So we could be kind of dealing with something that happened in the recent past, actually the actual ghosting altogether. But we're hanging on to somebody here. We don't kind of like love as much, but we're kind of hanging on to the energy. So whether it's them or whether it's you, there's a hanging on, and because of that, the other person, like there's there has not been a complete detachment taking place. All right, it's just that something here kind of abrupt, you know, not abruptly so to speak, but something just stopped moving forward. Okay, it's just stopped. Just something feels like it stopped altogether. But it's because it's unfinished. It feels like something is going to resurface. Okay, because there isn't a complete ending, honestly. All right, so like the Pisces energy showing up. I feel like, you know, something here ended because somebody did not want to necessarily speak a truth, or somebody was hiding a fact. There could be some type of, you know, denial here about, you know, like somebody could be like really like in denial about their past or about their habits. There could be like, you know, bed hoppers with different people, like they kind of, you know, like they're what do you call it, oh, it's not, oh, their conscience, it's like they don't carry a whole lot of, they don't, they it feels like there's just somebody that's selfish with their desires or with however types of life they choose to live. Okay, and it's just kind of very, very vague. It just feels like somebody's just in their thoughts a lot, but there's loyalty here. So it just feels like somebody's feeling like now they have to address like a lot, allocate their loyalty more towards the other energy, where in the past none of either energy, you or them, would have done more. But it just feels like the loyalty wants to be there, but there's still some things that they're just not what they seem. They really are not what they seem. So something here is going to surface. Something's going to come to the top, and the truth is going to be found out. Okay, it really is. So there's a delay in terms of how somebody wants to approach the situation. So if somebody's thinking about contacting the other person, or, you know, reaching out, is just there's a delay. And I feel like the one of the reasons they ghosted, or like they're like kind of ghosting, um has to perhaps again deal with like facing something, like facing a truth. Obstacles are showing up multiple times here. We have storm up here. This is a card of obstacles when it's in the reverse. Obstacles in expressing themselves, or, you know, what they want altogether. There could be somebody here that is, you know, needs to reevaluate something. So somebody, it feels like if somebody's having expectations, the other person is just not ready to kind of, you know, confront whatever expectations are of them. And so they're like evaluating things. So I feel like their ghosting could be just focused on, they're trying to think things through and see where things are and what they want. But it almost feels like it's an avoidance to confront or deal with something else. So there's like like an indecision, but like also a slow progress. How are things kind of, you know, how's this ghosting affecting you? How it's making you feel? All right. How it's impacting your feelings. You know, you're feeling betrayed. Okay, I feel like you thought you saw something here that had potential growth, and you probably came in blindly. Like the earlier we were talking about, how this connection happened quick, so the sparks flew everywhere, but there was just a lot of uncertainties. You're feeling a little tied up here. You're feeling a little hurt. You do know that you're not being, you're not being given the truth. But also you're on a path to discover something here. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're wanting to kind of break off this. You're isolating. It's showing up multiple times. This is also a moon that reduces to Virgo. So you're isolating for some of you a little bit, but your isolation, you're also kind of being, like, I don't know how to say it. Like you're being, like you're putting yourself in a place where you're imposing things upon yourself and you really shouldn't. So don't take on the heavy burden. Don't allow yourself to feel one way or strongly or another. I know you're a rebel and you're resilient. That's not the concern. But if you're questioning this person or like their motives, I feel like the ghosting is just not making any sense to you. It feels like you hit a blind spot and it's just like something just took a turn and it came out of nowhere. And that's actually kind of like not cool. Like it's actually, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sometimes the best with my words. It's just kind of a setback. Okay. It just feels like not just a disappointment. It just feels like kind of like a letdown to some degree. Like, you thought there could have been, like, based on how things were, things could have definitely, for you in your mind, I feel like you were seeing them as like things are good, but because you were seeing this person in a good light, however, when you got to see the other side, you feel a little betrayed. You know what I mean? Like, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, this person, I swear, it's Pisces energy, okay? Again, we're looking at somebody that was a coward. I feel like they walked away. They maybe just, did not want to have a bigger commitment. Some of you, if you got to the place where that you could have had, like, talked about having children or almost had children together or something like that, maybe that scared them or freaked them out. All right. So I feel like, again, this is somebody that is on their own mind, their own like ruler of their heart. So like nobody rules over their heart. So it feels like this is somebody that just kind of, like built dreams but then broke the dreams. And the biggest challenge here is, there's just been a lot of blockages since then. Blocked intimacy, blocked communication, sense of dissatisfaction. So and I feel like the dissatisfaction is kind of, that's what I was trying to like here, not let down, but like this dissatisfied, not disappointed. Exactly. So there's a dissatisfaction because not so much that you guys may have gotten married right away. It's nothing like that. But things were taking off in a way where it almost felt too good to be true, but it wasn't questioned, and it turned out that there was more to the story. Okay. We have the Magician here. Excuse me. What's likely going through their mind? I feel like, this is somebody, again, but in this 3 stack of their own character, like, so for this reading, so to speak, they come across as though they know exactly what their next steps are. And I feel like this is somebody that really wants to kind of use smarts and logic to have a conversation or to reconnect somehow. I feel like this is somebody, if they do come back and if they do achieve this, okay, because I feel like because they're the ruler of their own heart, they want to kind of feel like they have a say on how they want to approach this connection. If they do come back, all right, the commitment will be way stronger. So if there's room in your heart, for example, all right, Taurus, that there's an opportunity, and there could, after the lines are figured out, after all the blurs are removed, and there's an opportunity and you're saying, yes, I can do this again with you, things will improve. There will be a stronger commitment, okay? But things happen in cycles and phases is all I'm saying. The stars in the reverse. The lesson here for the both of you, I feel like, this is an Aquarius energy, is, it's super important to address the issues though, to heal from them. So like hypothetically, I miss you and I want to be with you so bad is not healing, and it's just kind of jumping right back into the circle and then getting right back out of it. So if there's any truthfulness or any opportunity, the lesson here would be to heal through the issues that are affecting your your feelings and emotions towards them, or vice versa, if there's a reconciliation, so that you're actually starting on a like fresh springboard forward. Otherwise you're gonna feel stuck again. Okay, things with the Star card, the message is also things can heal. Okay, things can definitely be fixed, but the wounds need to be healed first. Okay, otherwise you're not it's gonna hurt. All right. So there's, both of you right now are disconnected from each other anyway on some level, which is kind of like the between the lines. So there's some fussiness going on. There's some things you're not like all about, oh man, this person has broken my heart. you've got your, you know, your little flare, and so do they. So it just kind of feels like there's just kind of like a bumping going on, some sort of bumping like that. So the Two of Wands here, the secrets are still lingering, you know, or the worry that things are like, honesty. It's not so much like how truthful somebody is, but it's just nobody wants to feel like stabbed or betrayed or kind of lied to. This is an energy, I'm telling you, this is the Two of Wands. An energy that has left, that wants to come back. Okay, so if we're talking about the ghost or that's left, this is an energy that left suddenly and wants to come back. Fear of the unknown, in denial of their feelings for you, in denial that they need to face their fears and do the right thing. Okay, but they will find a way to kind of reconnect somehow. However, I feel like, you know, the decision that was made to leave could have been for something or somebody else, or some like lifestyle. It wasn't like, it was more to kind of detach, to have like that life, but it wasn't what they wanted. And to be honest, you know, point out the Two of Wands is a card of being withdrawn. The Eight of Swords can have withdrawals, and then this reduces to the Hermit, which is also a withdrawn and lonesomeness. So energetically, I feel like the both of you are kind of withdrawn, like I was saying, in your own way. But also, I feel like, you know, you don't have room for a lot of other people. So even if somebody did make a decision to go for someone else, or for something like a lifestyle, or just, I don't know, it wasn't still, they're not, the fire is not there, the flare is not there. So let's go ahead and pull just a bunch of words and just see what else wants to jump out about you and this person and your situation together. Okay. So I am terrified. Words do hurt. You are so very special with the number 21. All right. I am coming. Trust. I told you that this isn't. All right. So seek professional advice. Friends, okay? Friends could be professional advice sometimes. Don't underestimate if you have a circle. Don't underestimate the awesomeness that can come from that circle. I mean, of course, you know, make sure they have your interest in mind. They're not, you know, they're not just sending you down to the sharks. If I follow you, I could lose everything. I wonder if that's how they're feeling. I just wish things were different. I'm absolutely in love with you. I hope you'll wait for me. Interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. This literally just showed up for Leo. Y'all, I don't know if there's a Leo in your life, but some Leo is jumping out. Well, this is about to come to reading comes to an end. So if you're still with me, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You can write about any of these words. They're big enough to see if you want to comment about anything, or just type any one of them if you want to claim them. All right. I'm going to pull multiple cards of angel answers for you. If you have any answers about your situation or anything else going in your life, think about those questions or whatever it is. You can pause the video and then unpause, come back, and these will be your answers. So we have you are ready. Okay, listen to your intuition. Beautiful combination. We do have compromise. We do have compromise. You're saying you don't conform, but maybe you can compromise. Okay, it's coming through. Peaceful resolution. Beautiful. And of course, let go. All right, Taurus, I love you all so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.